All right, everybody, I am going to be traveling internationally and I need to get ready for my vacation. I've got a lot of stuff to organize and I've got some really cool travel hacks to share with all of you. I'd like to thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. All right, everybody, for this first DIY, I want something that's going to be very customizable. And so I am going to go into Cricut Design Space and I am going to be searching monograms. Now, the first thing you'll notice when you do log in is that there are tons of different options. There are so many creative creators out there that have templates that you can purchase. If you have Design Space, you can get them as a part of your Design Space package, but also you can create your own custom monograms by going directly into the canvas and selecting monograms onto the left side. And as you can see, there are so many different designs and so many different options available. And what's really cool is that you can play around with the formatting. You can really make this personal. There's even some decorative elements. Super, super fun. Now, just go ahead and add your initials in the top and then get the size that you're wanting. Go ahead and space that out on your canvas. Now, I am just going with something very, very simple here. It's my initials. I'm going in this just kind of a block pattern, and we are going to go right through and make this in Design Space. Now, I am saving all of my images so you can see everything, and you can go back and make your own if this is something that you want to do. They will be linked in the description box below. And then I'm just going to follow the prompts from my Cricut Maker 4, and it's going to walk me through everything that I'm going to need. Now, this tote bag that I have here, this is actually from Cricut as well. And what's great about this is that it's the perfect size tote to be able to have for a poolside, even a carry-on. I can have this. I'm going to be going on a cruise, by the way. I'm not sure if I told you guys that. So this is my first cruise ever, and I want to have something that I can kind of, take by the pool and maybe take my towel and my sunscreen. We're going to go ahead and just kind of iron this out flat and make sure that we've got this nice and smooth so I can add my monogram to that. And I just went ahead and set it at 315 degrees, and then I did it for 30 seconds just to make sure that I have a really good iron. And that temperature, by the way, is what I'm going to be using also for my monograms going forward. So after you've got this smoothed out and ready to go, you can then go through and cut your monogram out. Now, I'm using the everyday iron-on from Cricut, and my Cricut Maker 4 is making this super, super easy. It's doing it very, very fast, and I had a piece of smart vinyl that was left over from a previous project that I'm going to use. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just take my monogram here, and I know it's a little hard to see right now, and I'm going to weed this. Now, with the Cricut Smart Vinyl materials, it makes it so easy to weed. Super, super easy to just kind of pull all of this away. And what I love about it, too, is that I can cut down my design to really maximize what I'm using so I don't have a lot of waste for my vinyl. Now, this is, again, you just kind of place this where you think you're going to want it. And I just did mine just a little bit down below the handles. And I am going to now take my same Cricut heat press, and we are going to just iron that on there using this. If you don't have a heat press and you don't want to take advantage of my discount code in the description box below, you could certainly just use a regular iron. There's even a smaller heat press that I really like. And now I've got the cutest little tote bag. I can carry this to the pool. I can take this on excursions. I can take this to the beach, and I can use it for a lot of different things. Now, I have a lot of little things that I've got in my travel bag. I've got medication. I've got some charging cords. I've got some jewelry. I've got some documents that are very important, like my passport, and I need to keep those organized. Some of them are going to go in my suitcase, and then some of them are going to go in my carry-on. This package of little bags that you can get from Cricut is super, super cool. What I like about this too is that there's 3 different bags in this packages. There are 2 that are the exact same size, and then there's 1 that is slightly larger. Now, I am going to be making kind of like these travel kits or these travel bags with these here. And I'm going to go to Design Space once again, and I'm just going to type in travel bags, and I'm going to sort through, and I'm going to find some different ideas. Now, I really love that live, love, travel. I loved this electronics charger bag one so much. I already have an electronics charger bag, so I don't need that one. But look at all of the designs that are available here. And once again, you can also create your own, which is super, super fun. Now, I went through here and I'm going to select a couple different options because, again, I think these are all really, really cool. I'm going to go ahead and get my red vinyl. This, again, is my everyday iron-on. I'm going to cut this off of the roll here just so I have a piece that is kind of about the same size that I need. And then I'm going to have my design uploaded onto Design Space. Now, this design is going to be, once again, saved, and it will be linked below so you can check this out as well. But this is a bag that I'm going to be using for my medication. I didn't want something that said medication. I wanted something that was a little cuter. There were a couple different designs, but I really just loved this one. Now, I am going to be using my cutting mat for this. You're going to go ahead and just follow the prompts. You're going to make sure anytime you're doing anything that's an iron-on, you're going to have that mirror on. That way your iron-on will go on properly for your design, and you're going to let the machine do everything. You're just going to follow the prompts. Cricut makes this so easy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but some of my best memories growing up were going on family vacations. We didn't do a lot of travel as far as like airplanes or cruise ships do. We did a lot of road trips, and you can think, like, if you're with your family and maybe you're making each one of these little customized kind of bags for your son, make it for your daughter, put some treats in there, get some larger bags, maybe get their own tote bag, and then get some of these smaller bags and make them like a travel bag, like a road trip bag. So many fun options. Now, this again, this is the design that I'm going with. This is that first aid kit, and you can weed this so easy. As you can see here, I am just going to start pulling this away, and this is in real time too. This is not even sped up. So as you can see, what is so great about this is that those cuts that Cricut Maker 4 is doing is really solid, and it does make weeding so much easier, and it's just a fun. I think the everyday iron-on is honestly become one of my favorite items to use with my Cricut Maker 4. I also really do like using it even with my Cricut Joy Extra. So I think you'll find your favorite material, and then you'll end up just kind of using it a whole lot like I'm doing here. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of weed all of this out. And again, you're just making sure that you've got all the pieces intact here. And as you can see, I'm kind of going in a little fast with this, and it's still just working. It's making it very easy. And then you're just going to go ahead and kind of pop out some of these little center pieces. We're going to get the center piece of the A out of here. We're going to get the center piece of the R out of there, and then at the design at the top where the little kind of first aid logo is, or the cross, we're going to go ahead and get that out of there as well. We're going to go ahead and just make sure that our first little travel bag here is nice and smooth. We're just going to give that a quick iron. It wasn't very bad at all, and you can see the little Cricut tag on the inside of that bag. If you're wondering what that is, you can certainly cut that out if you want to. I'm going to leave mine because I'm kind of proud of my little Cricut bags. And go ahead and take your design and just put it on top of your bag. Now you can see here that mine's a little off center, so I'm going to go ahead and just remove that really quickly. You can do that before you do kind of iron everything down, and center it up, get it where you want it to be, and then boom, 350 degrees. I did it for about 30 seconds. And then you're going to wait till this is cool to the touch before you peel off that last piece of plastic. But how cute is this design? Perfect for my medication, and this is the larger bag, by the way. I thought that this was really great, and then I can add other things and to other bags because I'm here looking once again for some other fun bags. And maybe you don't have the need for a bag that says medication and one that says shampoo and one that says makeup because you've got another travel case that you use. I have a great, like a shaving kit that I keep a lot of my hair products and toothbrush and things like that in, but I also have constant need for small little bags, and I do love to travel, and I have this Live Love Travel design here, and this again is going to be saved for you on Design Space. It is linked below. And I'm going to go ahead and just play around with this one, get this in the sizing. We're going to go ahead and save it here for you guys. That way you can see it. And we're going to go through the process again. Now, this is another one that I did do on my cutting mat. You're going to make sure that your design is mirrored. And you are going to just go ahead and start the process. Follow all of the prompts. The Cricut and Design Space is going to give you all of the information that you need as you're following along. And then you are going to be able to make this once your machine and everything connects. What's so good about this too is that if you've had a previous design like I did, it's going to give you a warning. It's going to let you know, hey, you might lose that design, but no worries. I saved everything. We've got the vinyl. This again is the everyday iron-on vinyl that is just going right away in the new Cricut Maker 4. It is cutting out that design. It did it so quick, which was really, really crazy. And we are going to then be able to customize another travel bag. Now think of the options and the opportunities that you have here. If you are customizing them for multiple kids, you can put their names on them. You can also cut away, like I just did there, some of that extra vinyl and save that for a future project. And then once again, just start weeding it. Start weeding it. You can do this really, really easy and really, really fast. All you have to do is just kind of poke a hole. I'm using my little weeding tool on the side there. And we're just going to start pulling. There's no other way to it. Just start pulling and you are going to reveal your design. And then again, just start weeding out the little pieces that you may or that you may not need for this. Now, one thing that I will say for this design, it was much bigger than what I needed. And I loved the Live, Love, Travel, but I really do love to travel. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to cut away part of this and I am going to use that for a future design. And I'm going to just kind of take some scissors and we're going to first weed out some of these kind of individual little letters there. But you can see here really how it is kind of bigger. And I'm just going to go with the Love, Travel. We're going to save the airplane. We're going to save the heart. We're going to save the live part for something in the future. And I'm going to show you here what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this away. And then I put it on a piece of wax paper. That way I have it for the future and I can use it. Again, just kind of centering up my design. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. We're going to take our Cricut heat press and we're just going to rinse and repeat and literally go right back through that same process. 315 degrees at 30 seconds. Whenever you're creating anything with the everyday iron-on, you're going to make sure that your shiny side is facing down. And I love to travel, so now I've got a cute bag. This last one is going to kind of cover all of those travel necessities and just kind of odds and ends and bits and pieces. I can see like that Love, Travel, maybe holding my passport. This travel necessities, this will kind of be used for kind of anything else that doesn't really fit into an individual pouch. Same exact process here, guys. Super easy. I'm saving the design for you as well so you can see this, but I am just going through and literally just following the prompts. You're going to get warned by Cricut if you're using an everyday iron-on material, but you maybe didn't mirror your design. It's really foolproof in a lot of ways, and it does make it super easy. Now, with this design, I did have to weed this one a little nicer, a little gentler, a little softer, because this does have a lot of very intricate, kind of smaller details that I did not want to miss on. So for these, I did just kind of take my time and weed it. But for me, weeding is honestly kind of just relaxing in a way. If you're a Cricut user and you've done this many times, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then again, just kind of centering this up, taking my Cricut heat press and just doing 315 degrees for about 30 seconds. You're going to just put some medium pressure, and I've been doing like a medium pressure for all of these, by the way, and you are going to let that just cook on your design. What's also great about these bags, by the way, is that if I did want to do both sides of these bags, you very, very easily could. So how fun would it be, again, to kind of personalize these, and maybe if you had multiple children, making your own. Again, some of my best memories growing up were the family road trips that we did. And now I am ready to go with all of my travel essentials that I was able to customize and personalize with my Cricut Maker 4.